I love surrounding myself with life. Whether it's coral reef tanks or houseplants, no space feels complete without something living in it. When I looked over at my desk and saw all of that empty space, I knew I had to fill it with something special. For this project, I wanted to try something new. A filterless, planted freshwater ecosystem tank that could fit right on my desk. And it just so happens, we documented the entire 150-day process from start to finish. For the tank itself, I chose a 15-gallon tank. It's small enough to keep maintenance simple, but large enough to house a good variety of fish and invertebrates. After some research, I landed on the Walstead Method, also known as the dirted tank method. This method relies heavily on live plants to absorb nutrients and waste from the tank, making the system nearly self-sustaining. Ideally, this means fewer water changes are needed. The first step was giving the tank a thorough cleaning. I used a mixture of warm water and distilled white vinegar. This combo is safe for aquariums, unlike stronger cleaners that can leave behind toxic residues. Even a drop could crash the tank. Then I added half an inch of the soil to the bottom of the tank, which is plenty for nutrient support. The base layer of the tank is a layer of potting soil that provides long-term nutrients for the plants, similar to what you'd normally replace with frequent water changes. Once the soil was leveled, I scraped it away from the edges to make sure it stayed hidden. For the main substrate, I went with a fine tan gravel, which will keep the tank looking bright and natural. Since there's soil underneath, the gravel layer needed to be deep, about 2 inches, with 2 raised mounds in the back corner, which I'll explain the purpose of later. With the substrate complete, I moved on to the hardscape. I broke the rock into smaller chunks, then used the natural shapes to create a flowing rockscape.